understood anything about it. You know, and there was petitions or like conferences of people talking about, yeah, this is what corrupts our children. It's stuff like Mortal Kombat. It's movies like Exorcist. It's stuff like this, you know. What's up, Young Cam? But I mean, you guys can see like the differences between like violent games that had morals, that had something more to it, towards violent games that are just completely violent, pushing the envelope. That's the only message it's ever trying to push, trying to make you feel as so much shock value to the point where it's just purely uncomfortable and not creative, you know. Ice Christ, I would, but I mean, I would kind of hate doing it. I feel like we're already having a podcast. It's actually quite interesting. Yeah. Yeah, they had to testify in front of Congress. Yeah. Yep. But did they get anywhere with that? As in Congress? Do you think Congress got anywhere with that? What? Like, the most progress I've seen was they put a label for parental advisory. May contain this, may contain that. That's about it. They didn't really, it wasn't a revolution, a resolution or revolution of any kind. What the fuck? That was like a tremor back, tremor forward. Oh dear. Yes, rolling on wake up. Or punching. Oh, okay. Oh man. I don't know why I even locked out. And sometimes I really don't understand. I just really don't understand that shadow anymore. Really don't. Sometimes I can break it perfectly. Sometimes I just lock down the first hit. Maybe it has something to do with the lag. I don't know. Jeez. Roll. Yep. Can we get another roll? Nope. A DP instead. Another roll. Shadow DP. Nope, nothing like that. Okay, I'm gonna save my instinct, hopefully towards the end of that. Looks like Strongs. That is safe. I hate that so much. Oh, finally we broke it. Roll. Safe. I don't even think that was safe. You could probably just mash a Shadow DP and still punish me at that point. Can't really effectively cross up this character either. I don't even know. My goodness. Alright, Xanter, you have a great night, man. Every day I'm seeing something new that TJ can do that just kind of makes me frown every time, man. Every single day I see something new with TJ that's just like, really, he can do that? And then it makes me realize how underwhelming it shows like other characters when they do stuff like that, like command grabs or juggling or anti-airing, you know, all that stuff. But where there's a will, there's a way. And surprisingly, there's not a lot of will left, but see what we can do. It sucks. The thing is that I feel like is TJ Combo is the complete opposite of what people were trying to do in Season 1, where, you know, when they wake up, they want to be cautious. They want to have a neutral game. It's nothing like that with TJ. It's no such thing as a neutral game. It's kind of silly. Yeah, Puddle Mike, thanks, man. Yeah, I love having these conversations. Mr. Munch, that's easier said than done. Try it on any TJ. And then catch one of you doing that, then be ready for a Shadow DP or backdash. When's the next podcast with Keats, a special guest? I don't know. I really don't know. I feel like, you know, the first time it was fun. But the thing is, on chat, it just became, instead of people, you know, the majority of the people, there were a lot of new folks listening. They were all asking like, oh, why did you do this to my character? Why is my character, oh, thank you for making my character buff, this and that. It didn't amount to like anything positive at that point. You know what I mean? So if I do have like a podcast with Keats, it'll probably be like private, and I'll probably record it, because the chat really blew up and I had to like take care of a couple people. Nice try. I think you could break that. Oh. Wow. So it still appears in front of me. Oh, that's a lot of DPs. Wow, that's a lot. Should I jump? Oh. Jeez, I don't even know how to feel about that. It's just every dash is going to be a DP, and you just gotta... Maybe I just gotta DP in reaction every time. Oh, but it went the other way. That sucks. That sucks too. By the way, how's the stream going? Is the stream stuttering for you guys, or is it running smooth? If anything, hatred might just produce more as a target for a lot of accusations or a lot of bad behavior or bad influences that it might have on people. In my opinion, it was probably, like, hatred was probably presented at the wrong time. Maybe if they saved it for like 4 years later, maybe might have had a different outlook, but there's been a lot of shootings lately all around America, and I think the perfect term for it is too soon. Too soon. It's running smooth. Nice. Thank you guys. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think it's too soon? Type in 1 for yes. Type in 2 for no. I honestly think it's too smooth. Can probably use maybe 3 to 4 years of waiting. I don't know. Maybe it won't even change a thing after that point. But then again, yeah. I mean, Dead. Euronymous, you have a point there, but what's to say that people haven't tried to recreate some stuff from like GTA or Postal or any game in that matter, you know? Who knows? Like, who knows? I mean, like, the topic of, or the point of every single one of those, you know, tragedies will always be, why didn't the parents raise them better? You know what I mean? That will always be like the counter argument for a lot of this stuff. You'll see it a lot everywhere. Well, if it wasn't for the parents fucking up, you know, the childhood, or if they didn't, you know, if they were to actually teach the kids good values, then nothing like this would happen. Like, there's always a it's always a double-edged sword for the arguments. So you have to, like, I don't know, man. I just honestly feel like it's stuck in limbo for those arguments. It really is. It sucks. We want to play games. We want to play new games. You know what I mean? Like games like like Halo and fucking Bloodborne, you know, stuff like that, you have huge imaginations, right? And then you'll get like the ones that have a little bit of shock here and there. Remember, here's a good topic. Remember Call of Duty Modern Warfare, I think it was 2, when that one scene where you play as the antagonist, where you go into the airport and you shoot everybody up. Remember that? Remember how that was so controversial, and it actually gave you an option whether or not you wanted to play through that part or not because of how strong it might have been to some players. It actually gave you an option whether or not you wanted to play it or not. No Russian mission. Yeah, the no Russian mission. Yeah, where you go into a Russian airport and you just kill everybody. Yeah, freedom of speech will always have its flaws, no matter what. How do kids get a hold of mature games anyways? Parents. Once you're that type of parent that doesn't give a fuck, guess what? Your kid's not going to give a fuck either. It's a sad thing. And I'm sorry for anybody that's new to the stream that hearing me use profanity. I don't use this much profanity, but, I mean, we're all adults here. Or most of us. I apologize if you're a kid listening to my potty mouth. Yeah, parenting is an all-time high importance to the world, but you know, using common sense is also important as well. That's why when I have my first kid, I will teach the living crap out of my kid about what common sense is, what logic to use, you know, and show them a bunch of examples of idiots all around the world. And be like, don't be like this person, or this person, or this person. Got it? Yeah, Dad. You know. My opinion, if someone is mad or trying to hurt someone, go play a video game. Yeah, but then again, that's how you get trolls on the internet, on Xbox Live. I burned my ears. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. Pretty much Heartbreak. What's up, Heartbreak? How you doing, buddy? Oh shit, I pressed heavies. That was strong. Bless you, bless you. I mean, you know, we have a lot of parents like in the stream watching. Like, I'm not a parent yet, but I've certainly felt like one, you know, when I had to take care of all my nephews from being a wee little baby to you know, a toddler. For all the parents that are watching right now, I'd like to ask you guys a question, if that's okay with you. You absolutely do not have to ask. It's all good. But let's say your kid picks up a game. Let's say your kid picks up a game, a very controversial game. Okay? And you find out about it much later. You know, your kid starts acting very weird. Very not well-mannered, you know. Very violent, maybe in school or whatever. And then you just get, like, the library of video games that your kid has that you didn't even know about. Now, I'm talking about maybe age 12, 13. You know, nowadays, younger kids are picking up, like, smartphones and consoles all on their own. It's kind of weird. It's a lot of DPs, sir. But I mean, if you see, like, your kid doing something like this, and you know you've been teaching your kid good values, being a very good parent, being very influential in every single way that you can possibly, and your kid starts acting in a way that you just don't really understand, very violent, whatever, how would you feel about that? Would you feel like, oh man, I'm not doing such a great job of raising my kids, or I'm not paying as much attention, or, like, how would you feel? Like, if you spent, like, I mean, this isn't realistic, 24/7. I mean, everybody needs sleep. But if you spent 24/7 literally teaching your kids, like, good values, everything, all that stuff, but somehow your kids end up, you know, getting, like, this other persona that's just not very appropriate. Like, how would you feel about that? Like, you gave it your all. You know what I mean? It's like not everything can be blamed on parents. You know what I mean? There are forces that people won't understand. There are forces that's kind of out of the power of the parents. You know what I mean? Not absolutely 100% can be blamed on the parents. There's always other factors. You know what I mean?